I remember watching those videos, those YouTube or TikTok videos about being authentic, about being your authentic self. When you're meeting new people, just be yourself. When you want to start social media, just be yourself. If you want to achieve your dreams, just be yourself. But the thing is, how am I supposed to be my authentic self if I don't even know who I am? Us human beings run in packs. So to not get left behind, we might conform to what others want. We might pretend to like one thing. We might pretend to do certain things. We might pretend to dress a certain way. We might pretend to act a certain way just so we don't get left behind. But over time, that might end up actually becoming our reality, even though that's not who we are deep down inside. When you're a kid, you don't really care about those type of things. It's discovering the world. You're just trying to figure out what everything is. But I feel like us conforming, I feel like that starts in middle school. In middle school, I feel like we start to lose ourselves because that's when we really become conscious of what others think about us. And when you're surrounded by a whole bunch of people that think that same way, when everybody's trying to conform to each other, it just becomes a mess. A big mess of everybody displaying false identities just so they can fit in. But now that I'm an adult, there are certain things that I want to do, certain things that I want to achieve. And conforming to others is just not going to do it. It's not going to get me the things that I want. It's not going to lead me to living the life that I want to live. So I'm going to tell you how I and how you can actually start taking the steps to being yourself, to being your authentic self. Step one is realizing that personality is not permanent. In my opinion, human beings are meant to evolve, are meant to change. You're not going to be the same person that you were when you were 10, when you were 15, when you were 20, when you were 25, when you were 30, and so on and so forth. You're meant to grow, you're meant to learn, you're meant to change. If you want things in your life to change, you need to change. And sometimes your current personality is just not helping you. It's just not getting you to the places that you need to get. So therefore, you need to change. You need to find the courage to be okay with changing. Don't allow other people's opinions of you stop you. If you hear people saying, oh, you've changed, blah, 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 don't listen to that because you're changing for the better. I hate this rhetoric that says that we have to be the same way. We have to continue being ourselves when it's not us being ourselves. It's us conforming to others' expectations of us. It's us acting in a way that others want us to act. But really, we need to be acting in a way that is for us and us alone. But first, we have to figure out what is it that we are doing that is us conforming to others. What parts of our personality is just not fitting for the things that we want to do? What parts of us just feels kind of unnatural? That's where shadow work, aka self-dissection, comes in. I just love TikTok because a lot of the things that I discovered specifically about self-improvement came from TikTok. Shadow work being one of them. Shadow work is basically specific questions that you ask yourself to discover any blockages that you might have, or to discover things that you might need to work through. Are you avoiding attachment? Do you have abandonment issues? Things like that. Now, you can go out of your way and buy the book Shadow Work, the Shadow Work journal that's been floating around on TikTok, or you can just go to Pinterest, which is free, and type in shadow work questions, or you can come up with shadow work questions on your own. Either option is good, and we all need to sit down in a quiet room, find some quiet time in a quiet space, and work through any of the questions that we need to ask ourselves or that is on that paper. Shadow work opens so many doors. It opens up so many subconscious thoughts that you didn't even know that you had. Any patterns that you might see in your life, shadow work will show you why you have those patterns. Shadow work can really show you that manifestation is real. A lot of the things that you went through as a child, or even a lot of the things that you say to yourself, even if they're not true, manifest into the real world. Look around you, look at your life. What are some of the things that you see? You're living that life or experiencing those things because you might have manifested them when you were younger, or with those subconscious affirmations. Affirmations are a really, really good way to rewire your brain. All of us have subconscious affirmations that we tell ourselves almost every day. Whatever stories you tell yourself, you can make them reality, or they are reality, because your subconscious is there to help prove you right. So if you're constantly telling yourself that you're ugly, your subconscious is going to find proof of that. So that's why doing shadow work is very important. Find those subconscious beliefs that you have for yourself and replace them with a good affirmation. So if you're telling yourself that you're ugly, combat that subconscious affirmation and tell yourself that you're beautiful, even if you don't believe believe it. You're not going to believe. You're not going to believe those affirmations that you're telling to yourself, those new affirmations that you're telling yourself in the beginning. They're going to feel so foreign and unnatural, but that's okay. That's how it's supposed to feel. That's why you keep doing them and keep doing them and keep doing them. And over time, you will believe them like it's a guarantee. If you stop telling yourself the old affirmation and replace it with this new affirmation, then you'll start to believe the new affirmation. Think of it as a river, a stream. You've constantly had the same flow, the same stream your whole life. But with this new affirmation, you're creating a whole new pathway for it to go down. The water will go down that path eventually. You just need to be patient. That's what I'm doing right now. There are certain things that I just don't believe right now, but these new affirmations will help me. I know they will. But once you start to really believe these affirmations that you created yourself, create new ones after that. Self-growth never stops. You can always go higher, in my opinion. You should always have a goal. There should always be something you're working towards. And there's always ways for you to be better. That's why you should always keep a journal as well. Next, we're going to get ourselves a journal, and then we're going to create ourselves an alter ego. If y'all have watched any of my other videos, you know that I love the concept of creating an alter ego for yourself. I love the idea of having something to rely on to keep you on track with your goals. So first, your alter ego needs a name, right? It doesn't need to be something extravagant, just something that you feel can represent this alter ego. What is this person's morning routine, their night routine? How do they dress? How do they look? What are some of their habits, their likes, their dislikes? I'm going to do a whole separate video on alter egos because I really love this topic so much. But for now, you can really go on Pinterest again and type in how to create an alter ego, and a whole list of questions will pop up. Or you can type into ChatGPT something like, help me create an alter ego. There's so many ways that ChatGPT can help you with this whole alter ego thing. I think I'm going to create a whole ebook on how I use ChatGPT and other things to create an alter ego, show you step by step on how to create an alter ego. But for now, do the steps that I already just told you. Give them a name, figure out the questions that you need to answer so you can ultimately embody this person whenever you need it. Whenever you need to get things done, anytime you feel anxious, anytime you feel scared, you can just think to yourself, what would this person do? What would insert alter ego name do? And this alter ego of yours will become this new personality. In reality, an alter ego isn't a whole different person. It's just you, but better. So for you to achieve the things that you want to achieve, or to become the person that you actually want to become, you need to embody this character that you made. Remember, personality is not permanent, so you are allowed to change. This isn't you becoming a completely different person. This is just you embodying a different version of yourself, embodying parts of yourself that is already there. Y'all really don't understand how much I love this concept. Y'all don't. Creating a new version of yourself is so great. If you don't like yourself, you can just change yourself. When you want to achieve certain things, you can just change yourself. And it's not becoming a different person. It's just you embodying the things that are already there. It builds so much confidence in yourself because you know that that is you. It's literally you, but better. And when you're confident in yourself, things just start to get done and they start to flow. But like I said, you need to embody it. You just can't create this character and just completely forget about them. You have to embody them. You have to become them. You have to become them every single day until it just becomes natural to you, until that becomes who you are on a daily basis and not just parts of yourself. You can start off light and just do their morning routine every single day until it becomes a habit. And any goals that you might have said they have, you can start working towards those goals. You can start buying the clothing pieces that this person would wear. You can start practicing the mannerisms that this person might have. Now, don't expect to become this person overnight now. Rewiring your subconscious brain takes a little while. It depends on how long you've had those limiting beliefs that you had. It also depends on how often you're doing your affirmations and things like that, So be patient with yourself. Work towards it every day. Some bonus tips that I can give y'all for embodying this alter ego is creating affirmations for yourself through music. Find different songs, find different artists that might have songs that embody the person that you're trying to be, that have those good affirmations in them. Because when you listen to certain music, that is manifesting as well. You need to watch what you're listening to. You need to watch what you're saying. Next, make sure you journal as well. Tell yourself these affirmations through writing, not just through your voice, but also write them down. Use ChatGPT and create a story. What does this person do on a daily basis? What does your future life look like? Because you also need to visualize visualize. Visualization is really important. You need to actually see yourself with these things. That's why using vision boards is really good. Don't just make this a New Year's resolution though, because New Year's resolutions don't work. You're going to give up in like February or something. So do it right now. I really love this painting that I painted in this video. All 4 of the faces on the canvas show sadness, basically the overwhelming feeling of not really knowing yourself. And the eye, it represents you. The eye is melting. It's shedding that image that others see you as. And the question mark is there because you don't know who you are. So this painting really represents the in-between stages of you not knowing who you are and you discovering who you are. I really hope this video helped somebody out there. I try to create videos surrounded by topics that I need at the moment, because if I need to hear these words right now, there got to be somebody out there that also needs to hear these words as well. Anyways, bye.